What's up guys, it's Troy. Today I'm going to share with you 3 things that I use to create massive results with long-term outcomes. Years ago, I wanted to be a personal trainer, and it was difficult for me to even complete the first step. Just the process of studying enough so I could actually take the test, pass the test, become certified, and then start personal training. The first process of studying alone was so difficult for me that I stayed working the job that I hated, making basically minimum wage, and putting off that process of becoming a personal trainer for a very long time until I actually did this one thing. What I did is I drew a picture, and I'm not an artist, so this looked like stick figures and everything, but I drew a picture of the end result that I was looking for. Like, what would it look like if I became a personal trainer, became successful at it, followed that path? Like, what would my outcomes look like? And so I drew like myself, some fake muscles on it, dollar signs, a little beach for vacations, some parties and people around, a house, and I just painted this like stick figure type picture. But what it did was create emotion to the end result. It helped me visualize it. Like, you've probably heard about, if you visualize it, your dreams can come true. But in fact, what I found is that it's the emotion of visualization that creates the end result and allows us the necessary action to achieve what we're looking to achieve, the outcome that you're pursuing. So what I did was create this basic, like, rudimentary elementary school level picture, but there is emotion tied to it. So every time that now I wasn't studying, I felt the separation. I was like, damn, I gotta study, because that's like waiting for me. This outcome is possible. I can feel it. And when I'm not studying, there's separation. I gotta go study. And so it caused me to take action. And then quite literally, I started to study more and more because I could feel the separation, the FOMO, the fear of missing out. And before long, took the test, became a personal trainer, and within a few years built my business. And I want to share with you how I did that as well. The second step I use to create massive results with long-term goals is to value consistency over perfection. That's a mantra that I carry. As an example, I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now for 10 years. How do I consistently show up to something that's difficult? It's not always easy. So what I do is I value consistency over perfection, and it looks like this. So imagine that I said, okay, my goal is to train 3 to 5 days every week. And this actually often happens. People ask me, hey Troy, how often are you training right now? And what they're doing is they're trying to compare themselves to me. Like, is he training more than I am? Should I be training less, more? They're trying to judge that spectrum. But that actually only sets us up to look at perfection versus consistency. The outcome that you desire when it's long-term takes time, and consistency is the cornerstone of a long-term goal. If I focused on perfection, I'd get emotional about it. I'd feel like I was failing at times. So what I learned to do was say, my minimum goal to be consistent is 1 day a week. That's all I have to do, show up 1 day a week. And then what happens is if I show up 3 days a week, I feel like I won. I'm like, oh man, I like crushed it this week. I did 3 times this week. But if I did the inverse, if I made 3 to 5 days of training my goal, and I only showed up once, I would actually feel like I was failing, like I was moving further away from my goal. But I know that to become a black belt in jiu-jitsu, you just have to be consistent. You just have to show up over and over. And it's like that with anything in life. To be a black belt at it, just show up, be consistent with it over and over and over. Consistency over perfection is the cornerstone of achieving long-term goals. The third thing that I do to achieve massive results with long-term goals is to remember that success leaves clues. I use this strategy with my businesses. And what that looks like is remembering that we don't have to always reinvent the wheel, that someone has oftentimes gone before us and done the majority of the work. And if we can find those people, if we can align ourselves with those people, follow the steps, the clues that they have left, we can take a shortcut to get to the end result. And that takes less energy. And if you want to move something over a long period of time, if it's a result, if it's a goal, whatever it is, you have to be efficient as possible. It can become difficult to put in massive amounts of effort for a sustained period of time. But we don't always have to do that if we allow ourselves to follow others, to learn from mentors, to look for those clues that have been left along the way. And what I found is that oftentimes we put our investment, our dollars somewhere else other than ourselves. When we show up for ourselves, when we invest in who we are, the outcomes that we're looking to achieve, they can actually happen if we stay consistent and follow these 3 steps. As always, my goal is to add value to your journey. I want to help you because I've been there. I've struggled along the way. I've had ups, I've had downs, I've had everything in between. But I know that it takes a joint, consistent effort, teamwork of a tribe. If you're looking for just that, slide into the description below. There's some websites down there that I've created that will really help you out and get you started in the right direction. And as always, I'm here for you. So reach out, connect, leave a comment, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, y'all, peace.